Okay.
Hey, great to have you, Dave. So,
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate you giving me an opportunity.
yeah, so I have with me today Dave Dahl, and he's from Next Door Photos. He's the photographer that my team uses for our real estate listings. So, Dave, do you want to just introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do and where you work?
Yeah, I'd love to. So, yeah, my name is Dave Dahl, like Tom said. I am the local owner for Nextdoor Photos Space Coast, and we do things all things real estate media. So whether you need photo, video, 3D tours, virtual staging, whatever you need from a media perspective to market your home or whatever Tom needs or his team needs, we provide that for them.
Okay. Is it a nationwide franchise or is it just your brand is just the local brand?
Yeah, great question. So, I mean, for lack of a better word, we are a franchise. Each location is actually a partnership. It's a little different on paper, but we do
Okay.
have about between 40 and 50 locations across the country. Here in Florida, we also cover Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa. We're in the Panhandle, Cape Coral, Fort Myers as well. But yeah, you'll find 40 plus locations across the country of Nextdoor Photos, all ready to give you media within a day and help you out in however we can.
Okay. So, how many local team members do you have here in Brevard County?
Yeah, so here in Brevard County, I got a team of five photographers that will cover. I say we cover everywhere from Mims to Malabar here in Brevard County. So whatever you need, and then I also have Natalie, who's my admin, and usually the person that a lot of you might talk to if you call on the phone. You've got any concerns, you've got anything that you want to know. Natalie takes great care of you as well.
Okay. And so what are the different services you offer? I think you touched a little bit, but you do photography of houses. What
Yep.
beyond just straight
Yeah.
photography?
Yeah, so I mean, we do all things real estate media, right? So we photos of houses are our bread and butter. That's really where it starts. That's what gives that great first impression online is when you have really great media. So from there, it's whatever you as an agent think is going to be best to help market that home. So we offer aerials. All of our pilots are Part 107 certified. We do walkthrough videos. We do a few different 3D tours, virtual staging, listing websites, whatever, again, whatever you need, we'll get it done for you.
Okay. Awesome. So if somebody's watching this and doesn't know you guys, what would be your thought as to why should they choose Next Door Photos as opposed to some other photographer in the area?
Sure. So, there's a couple different ways I can approach this. I'll kind of start like, as a seller, right? If you're working with an agent like Tom, like that's number one is working with a real estate agent because a real estate agent knows what's going to help sell your home, get you top dollar and protect you as well. So, if you're hearing this as a seller, you want to be working with an agent. And the second thing is you want to work with an agent who's willing to do whatever it takes to sell your property for top dollar. And professional photos is a really, really big part of that. Everybody starts their viewing online
Yeah.
in terms of the house, and that's where they start, right? And so you want to make a great first impression. So yeah, again, I apologize. I went right into my sales pitch there, but was there something again specific you were looking for outside of the hey,
No.
oh, I know what it was. It was why next door photos, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so I would say from a seller, why next door photos? Because you're working with a great agent who knows how to market your home and they're pointing you towards next door photos who knows what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
If you're part of Tom's team, if you're another agent and you're hearing this, I would say, next door photos because we do deliver great media and there are a lot of people that deliver great media out there, but number one, we have really short lead times, so we're always availability within a day, and then we always deliver your media the day after that. So again, we're living in a very on-demand culture, right? And
Yeah.
people want to get things taken care of right away. We're happy to wait if that's what you think is best, but if you need to get something listed right away, we can do that for you. And then the last reason that I think everybody, would want to use us and should be aware of us is one of our core beliefs at our company is impact. And even though it's really great when people make money and they donate money that has an impact, we've built that into our workflow system. So we have 3 different editing teams in different parts of the world, where we've hired only people that have either been rescued from human trafficking, stuck in a cycle of poverty, at really high risk of being exploited, and we pay them twice the livable wage for the country that they live in.
Wow.
So you're working with a great agent, you're getting great media, you're selling your home for top dollar, and you're doing good in the world at the same time. So
Yeah, that's amazing. I know I had heard you talk about that before. So, and I think I just underscore from a real estate agent's perspective is basically exactly what you said. I think that not having say, hey, all right, we got the listing agreement, we need photos, and then check with the photographer, and
right,
it's way out in time that the photographer is available.
right.
And now that seller's like, they're ready, they want that thing on the market, and like, well, I ain't putting it on the market
Yeah,
without good photos. So that timeline, but also the
yeah,
photographer was in, and then it sometimes for other photographers takes a long time to get the actual photos back, and that's, well, the photographer was in, oh, we're still waiting. And that's, so both of those timelines are
yeah,
really important. But of course, and then on top of that is getting really good photos when they do come
yeah,
back. So tell
yeah,
me
right.
more
I mean,
about your, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I mean, we want agents to choose us because, like we take good photos and we're good for their business, and we want homeowners to want to use us because we're the best choice for them. But again, yeah, we love the fact that we have an impact on top of those things as well.
Yeah.
So
So let me go back to the job of being a photographer. So how long have you been a photographer? Is it something you knew you wanted to do from
yeah.
a young age?
Yeah, so to be 100% honest with you, no. My dad always had a camera in his face, and when people ask me about my original experience, I always say I was telling my dad to get that camera out of my face when I was a kid. Is about the only experience I had in the beginning, but I fell in love with Nextdoor Photos, and I've learned to do the photography. I do a good job at it, but my job primarily is to take care of agents and manage photographers. So I hire great photographers with lots of experience, and I can do it. If I need to step in and do it at some point in time, I'm more than happy to that. But I have all the confidence in the world in my team and what they do and what they deliver. So but yeah, this started about 5 years ago. 2017 is when we've started, and I've done about 1,500 photo shoots myself since starting. I've got some photographers that have over 4,000 shoots that they've done, and so yeah, it's been a really great business to be a part of.
Yeah, yeah. And I know that you are active in our Keller Williams Market Center. We have 220 agents, so I see you're at our team rallies and doing sponsorships and things like that for our agents in the Market Center as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
love Keller Williams agents, love the philosophy that Keller Williams has as a former teacher, the education piece.
mhm,
And I actually do have a couple special packages just for Keller Williams agents. So if there's
okay.
anybody that's a Keller Williams agent that's listening and isn't aware of that, like,
Yeah.
hopefully Tom will give you my contact information and you can reach out to us, and we'll get you set up with that as well.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. And is this the charitable element that you were just talking about? Is that something that's connected to Nextdoor all across the country, or is it just something that you've initiated for your local business?
Yeah, so that was one of the founding philosophies of Nextdoor Photos
Okay.
when the two guys that founded it started. And so we have a BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal of employing 10,000 people from around the world that have, been rescued from trafficking or at risk of exploitation. Say right now we're probably in the 5 to 600 range in terms of people that we're having direct impact in terms of employing, and then their families are feeling the impact from that as well. So
Wow, that's exciting. Okay. So is there anything else you would like to share with our viewers? Hopefully we're going to have 6,000 views or more on this video. Uh, we'll see. It might be
yeah,
five. It might be 5 views or
yeah,
6,000. I don't know what it'll be, but anything you want to share with everybody?
right. Yeah, the main thing I want to share is what I shared already. If you are watching this video as a potential seller,
Mhm.
you want to be using an agent. It's worth it to use an agent, and you want to choose an agent that's willing to do professional photography because it will put more money in your pocket when that listing closes. All the data shows that houses that use professional media sell for a higher price point on average. So that's to potential sellers, to realtors out there thinking about using us. I'd say number one, if you're not using professional media on all of your listings, you're not sending the message that you want to. I
Yeah.
know you're a great agent. I know you're willing to work hard, but if you aren't putting good media out there, you're not sending the message that you want to as an agent. And then the last thing I would say is if you have not had a chance to use us, use us. Our thing is we just want to see if we're a good fit. We want to be an extension of your team as an agent. Most of the time we're a great fit. Sometimes we're not, and that's okay. But we're happy to do what we can to get that opportunity to see if we can be a good fit for your team.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, Dave. I really appreciate your time, and I'll talk to you soon. All right. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you, Tom. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thanks. Okay.